The first time you hear her scream, you're not sure if it's real. Night presses in, thick and heavy, drowning out the distant hum of the city. You lie awake, breath held, heart thudding in your throat. Her voice knifes through the silence, raw, animal, the kind of sound that peels away the surface of your world and shows you what lurks beneath. You count the seconds after. 1, 2, 3. The house holds its breath. Then the quiet returns, but it's changed, weighted, suspicious. You imagine the walls listening, the shadows crowding closer. You tell yourself it was only a dream, but you know deep down that dreams aren't meant to bleed into waking life like this. The next morning she's pale, eyelids trembling, lips slightly parted as if still waiting for some reply. Her family gathers around her, faces pinched with worry, voices low and careful. They ask if she remembers. She shakes her head, slow, deliberate. But you see the truth flicker in her eyes, the way she glances at the window, as if searching for something she can't name. Days pass, nights deepen. The screams return, growing sharper, more desperate. Each one drags you from sleep, gasping. The house itself seems to shudder, floorboards groaning, pipes rattling. You become afraid to sleep, afraid to dream, afraid to hear her voice again. You listen, night after night, trying to decipher the words twisted in her cries. Sometimes it's a name, sometimes just a long, keening note, like mourning. Her family tries everything: heavy curtains, incense, objects placed carefully on her bedside table, charms, talismans, drowned in superstition. The air grows stale, thick with ritual and anxiety. Nothing works. The screams only grow louder, more insistent. You wonder what could provoke such terror. What hunts her behind closed eyes? One night, the air feels different, colder somehow. The quiet is brittle, ready to splinter. You wake. No scream this time, just the sound of her breathing, ragged and uneven. You rise, drawn by curiosity or dread. You can't tell. The hallway stretches long, unfamiliar. Doors seem farther apart. The shadows move with you, heavy and slow. You reach her room. The door is ajar, as if inviting you. Inside, the girl lies twisted in her sheets, back arched, hands clutching the fabric. Her eyes are open, wide and glassy, reflecting the moonlight that slithers across the floor. You realize she isn't sleeping. She's staring at something beyond the ceiling, her gaze fixed, unblinking. You step closer, the floor cold beneath your feet. A hush falls over the room, thick as velvet. Suddenly her lips part. She speaks, not in a scream, but in a whisper. The words are strange, guttural, foreign. You don't understand them, but you feel them, like a chill in your bones, like hands pressing against the small of your back. Her mother appears at the doorway, trembling. She calls the girl's name, voice frayed, desperate. The girl doesn't respond. She's listening. You see it now, the way her head tilts, the way her ear is cocked toward the darkness outside the window. She's waiting for something, or someone. A distant, dry scraping echoes from the walls. You freeze. The sound is wrong, too deliberate, too close, as if something is moving behind the plaster, dragging itself through the house. The girl's breath quickens. Her hands claw at the sheets. Her lips move faster, words tumbling out, sharp and urgent. Her father rushes in, face pale, eyes wild. He tries to shake her awake. Nothing works. The girl's body remains rigid, her eyes glued to the ceiling, her voice rising. The room seems to shrink, air thickening, light fading. A low, mournful moan vibrates through the floorboards. Something answers her. The sound is neither human nor animal, a hollow, ancient voice that scrapes against your nerves. The girl's family recoils, clutching each other. You feel it too, a sense of being watched, dissected. The air crackles, heavy with intent. You remember stories, old and half-forgotten, tales of things that slipped through cracks in the world, drawn by voices, by fear. You wonder if the girl is calling them, or if they are calling her. Either way, you know she is not dreaming. She is a conduit, a mouthpiece for something that should not be named. The next morning, she's silent. The house feels bruised, its corners darker. Her parents tiptoe around her, afraid to ask. You notice the girl's eyes, shadowed, ancient, as if she's seen something no one else can bear. She doesn't eat. She barely moves. She sits by the window and stares at the garden, lips pressed thin. Nights grow longer, colder. The screams return, but now they are different. Not of terror, but of command. She is not pleading. She is answering. You hear her voice rising, strong, insistent. The house responds in kind. The walls seem to pulse. The lights flicker. Your own heartbeat stutters in your chest. The child's laughter echoes from an empty hallway. You flinch. The sound is wrong. Too bright. Too sharp. You glance down the hallway and see nothing, but you feel eyes on you, crawling over your skin. The girl's voice grows louder, faster. She is speaking to something you cannot see, but you feel its presence. It is old, hungry, patient. Her family grows desperate. They bring priests, doctors, strangers who mutter prayers and burn incense. The girl ignores them all. Her eyes are fixed on the window, her voice unwavering. You realize she is not afraid. She is resolved. One night, the screams stop. The house is silent, smothered in anticipation. You lie awake, straining to hear anything. A breath, a footstep, a whisper. Nothing. The quiet is suffocating, pressing against your chest. You rise, drawn by an urge you cannot name. You walk the hallway, each step echoing too loudly. The door to her room stands open. The moonlight spills across the floor, painting everything in silver and shadow. The girl sits on her bed, back straight, eyes open. She turns to you slowly, deliberately. Her gaze is different now, calm, knowing. She beckons you closer. You hesitate, but her voice is gentle, compelling. You step into the room feeling the temperature drop, the air grow thick. She whispers your name, the sound curling around you like smoke. Her voice is not her own. It's layered, resonant, ancient. She tells you things you cannot understand. Words that feel like secrets, like warnings. She asks you to listen. You try, but the words slip through your mind, leaving only impressions. Cold hands, empty eyes, a door opening in the dark. She smiles, and you see something move behind her eyes, a flicker of something not human. A radio suddenly hisses with a voice that isn't human. You jump. The static is harsh, violent, filling the room with its presence. The girl laughs softly, a sound that does not belong in this world. She tells you she is answering a call, that someone or something has been waiting for her. You ask what it is. She shakes her head, eyes glassy, smile fading. She says it is old, older than the house, older than the land. It has waited in silence, listening for a voice that could reach it. Her screams were answers, not pleas. She was never dreaming, she was conversing. You ask what it wants. She looks at you, gaze hollow. She says it wants to be remembered, to be brought into the light, to be heard. The next day, the girl is gone. Her family searches the house, frantic, terrified. They find her room empty, bed cold, sheets twisted. No trace remains. Only her voice, lingering in the walls, echoing in the corners. Nights become unbearable. The screams return, not hers but yours. You wake, gasping, clawing at the sheets. You feel the house tightening around you, the shadows growing deeper. You hear whispers in the static, laughter in the silence. You realize the truth. The girl was only the first. The door she opened cannot be closed. You are next. A low, guttural whisper slides through the darkness. You try to run, but the house will not let you. The hallways stretch, lengthen, twist beneath your feet. The windows show only blackness. The doors refuse to open. You hear footsteps behind you, slow and deliberate. You turn, but nothing is there. Only the echo of your own breath, ragged and frantic. You hide beneath the covers, praying for morning. But the night is endless, looping, suffocating. You hear the voice again, whispering your name, promising secrets, promising release. You understand now, she was never alone. The thing in the darkness has always been here, waiting for a voice, for a scream. You are only a vessel, a mouthpiece, an answer. The house listens. The walls pulse, the floorboards groan. The silence tightens, squeezes. You scream, and the darkness answers. A distant hollow knock resounds through the empty house. You wonder how long you can resist. How long before your voice joins hers, rising in the night, answering something that should never have been called. Time stretches, warps, dissolves. Days bleed into nights, nights into oblivion. The world outside fades, shrinks, disappears. Only the house remains, a cage of whispers and shadows. You remember her face, pale and resolute, eyes fixed on something beyond the veil. You understand now, she was chosen. You are chosen. The scream is not terror, but a signal, a key. The thing in the darkness waits, patient, eternal. It does not need doors or windows. It moves through memory, through fear, through longing. It marks you, claims you, remakes you. A child's laughter, distorted and low, echoes once more. You cannot escape, you cannot forget. The house is alive, hungry, waiting for your voice. You scream, and the answer comes, soft, cold, final. The world fractures. You slip through the cracks, swallowed by silence, by dread, by inevitability. You are awake now, truly awake, but you are not alone. The girl who screamed in her sleep was never dreaming. She was listening, she was answering. And now, so are you. A final, breathless hush falls, then silence, endless and absolute. In the darkness, the house waits. The voice waits. The scream waits. And you, trembling, listening, know that it will never truly end.